Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern Time. Glad to have you here. This is Vishawn Borich, the Tough Mama from Team Tough. If you haven't heard of me, this is where every Monday I share tips, tools, inspiration to help you in your life and your business, specifically your online business. So we are right now, if you're watching this as a recording, we are recording this on, let's see, what day is it? The 28th of December, which is right before the new year here. And I know a lot of folks, they prepare for their entire year right now. I mean, this is the time in which you start thinking about New Year's resolutions. And even if you don't make New Year's resolutions, you start thinking about, how can I make my life better? You know, what are some things that I can do in order to improve the things in my life so that 2016 becomes even better than it was, than this past year. So like you are probably thinking some of those things, I think those things as well. And I'm excited to say that I have no doubt that 2016 is going to be the best year ever. Now, one of the areas that a lot of folks think about is the financial side. And today I'm going to be really focusing hard on some ways, some tips have you, that you can make 2016 the best year for your finances. So we're going to shift everything into gear today and really give you the golden nuggets to help you get there. Sound good? All right, well, I hope so. If you are watching this live, you'll see that there is a chat box down below. You'll see that. Go ahead and log in, say hello so that I know that you made it. And I saw Ralph out there. Hello, Ralph. And I just wanted to welcome you and let you know that I do go in and I read those and I do respond as soon as this hangout is over. So go ahead, ask your questions, say hello, whatever, and I'll get back to you. Of course, you can always reply to any of the emails that I send you as well. I do reply to those. Sometimes it takes me a couple days because I do get quite a few of them each day. So don't be don't think that I'm ignoring you. Sometimes I really just I'm slammed. But I will get back to you, I promise. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to do today. I'm kind of going to combine not only the golden nuggets on great tools to help you make money, but I want to talk a little bit about mindset as well, because so often people, when you first start getting going in anything, you just want the secret. You want that tip that's going to take your business and your life to the next level. You don't really care about all the fluff, the stuff that the feel good stuff. Right? Am I right about that? I mean, I don't know if you're one of those that feels that way, but I know when I first started with my own online business, that's exactly how I thought. I thought, okay, quit the fluff, just get right to the point. I'm one of those people, I don't like to sugarcoat things. I just want it straight. I want it like it is. And that's what I strive to do when I share stuff with you, is I just give it to you just like it is. There's no point in beating around the bush, as they say, right? So here's what I've discovered. I discovered later on, since I've been in business for many years now, that the fluff is really the most important part. And what I mean by the fluff is your mindset. Okay, I thought it was fluff, but in reality, how you think about your life is the most important part. If you are focusing on just the technical side, how to build your business, the production, the things you have to do on a daily basis to keep it going, yeah, those are important, but they are not going to work as effectively if you're not in the right mindset to begin with. You guys understand where I'm coming from? So I want to challenge you right now to start thinking in a way that if your mind is not in the right place, in other words, if you're not in a good spirit, you're not in a good attitude, if you're in a negative downward spiral of self-pity and doubt and fear, then you can't be successful, because you keep pushing away all the goodness and the solutions to your problem keep getting pushed away when you go down into that spiral of depression. So what I challenge you to do is, before you ever implement any of these tips and tools that I'm about to give to you today, that you really get yourself in the proper mindset. So if you're not familiar with how to do that, I've done a lot of different Hangouts in the past on that. But be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube. And I believe it's just my name, Vishaan Borich. And you can also look up Team Tough and Tough Mama, and it should come up. Or shoot me a message and I'll give you a direct link, okay? But subscribe to me on YouTube, and you can actually go back and look at my past Hangouts that I've done for these Down and Dirties, and you'll see there's several there related to mindset and getting yourself there. But just to get you in the right mood right now and ready to learn, there's two things I want to share with you. Number one, okay, start looking at life like today is the most important day of your life. Okay, no matter what's happened to you, no matter how stressed you are or how fearful you are or what types of things you've got going on in your life that are causing you turmoil, I want you to think that right now is a pivotal, if I can say it, a pivotal moment in your life. Okay, and when you start looking at life that day, like today might be your last day, you don't know that. I hope it isn't. But when you start looking at each day in that way, then your attitude changes. Okay, at least mine does. Mine completely changed when I start looking at life that way. Now, does it mean that I get down? Sure, I still get down sometimes. I still, we all do. We all have those moments of, just pure anxiety and fear. But I want to tell you that ever since I started looking at life as today could be my last day, and this is the most pivotal, I can't even say that word. Why do I keep trying? that today could be a pivot point for the future. Then what happens is that I suddenly start to come out of that bad attitude and I start looking at things differently. And it's the same. I don't know if any of you out there have your parents and you have kids. If you are, sometimes kids can really stress you out. If you're a mom or a dad, you know this. They know how to push your buttons in just the right way. Well, one of the things that I read recently was, you never get that moment back with your child. Because children, if you are a parent, you know how quickly they grow. I mean, it just seems like yesterday that both of my sons, who are now 10 years old and 7, it seems like yesterday that they were infants. And now, they're running around and they're doing things on their own and they're becoming more and more independent as they grow, and they're in grade school now. And I realize how true that statement is. You never get that moment back. So I try to make each day count. And I just have a few goals that I set every day for myself to keep things in perspective. Number one is, did I do everything possible to make somebody laugh or smile today? And even if that's my own self, did I do everything possible to make myself laugh or smile? That's one thing I always do. And I always try to make my children laugh or smile, even if it's right before bed. Maybe we've had a tough day, but even if it's right before bed, I try to do something to make them laugh or smile, because I always want them to remember the good things about their day and not the challenges, right? The second thing that I always do is I always look for ways to be better than I was the day before. So, I ask myself this question before I go to bed at night is, what was one thing that I did really well today that made me better than I was the day before? And when I start looking at it that way, I always can find at least one thing, okay? And when you find that thing, if you keep a journal, write it down, because when you get in those really, really bad spots in your life, you can go back to that journal and look at those things that you did right. And somehow it always manages to pull you back out of that depth when you see something that you've done right and you realize that you can do it again. And it makes you feel good, and you need that. And the other thing is, I always think, what did I do today to reach some of my goals? And it could be as simple as picking up a pencil and writing them down, or it could be as challenging as actually getting a big project done and filling out a bunch of paperwork, or making that hard call, or confronting somebody that was hindering your path to your goal. Whatever it is, if you think about what steps are you taking each day to make your life better, and you start putting things into those perspectives, if you do that every day, you're going to start carrying yourself in a positive direction instead of keep going down, down, down into the depth. Now, life is going to have a lot of ups and downs, right? But the good news is every day changes. And once you realize that, you start thinking of creative ways to change your life for the positive. And that's really what this all leads up to. So I'm going to give you some tools today that are going to help you to make more money if that's one of your goals for the new year, to bring that income into your life. And then, from there, you really have to have the proper attitude to make it happen. Okay, because I can give you the tools, but if you don't have the proper attitude and the dedication and the commitment to make it happen, then it's not going to happen for you. So that's why I tell everybody I can't make guarantees that I can help you as your coach, because I don't know if you're going to actually follow the steps that I give you. And I don't know if you're actually going to put into practice the same things that I give you in the same way that I give them to you. You may decide you want to do it your own way, and then it won't work. And then you'll come back and say, well, Vashon, this is, BS. The stuff you gave me doesn't work. Well, it's not that what I gave you doesn't work, because it's working for me. It's working for others. Okay. It's just that you didn't implement it the way that I suggested. Okay. So just think about that. Stop blaming others too. That's a big one. I think it's really easy. A lot of us take the easy way out. We blame other people when things aren't going our way, or we blame situations. But usually we blame others, and we may not say it out loud, but in our heart, in our mind, we blame others. And when you do that, it makes it so that you aren't successful. So let's make a commitment for the new year to get rid of all that stuff. To throw away the garbage that's preventing you from being successful and achieving your goals, and start focusing on the positive things in your life. And you'll find that if you do that, that you're going to have the best year ever. Okay, so you ready? I hope so. So I didn't put together a presentation today like I normally do. Today I'm going to do a lot of screen sharing though. I'm going to show you some things that I've put into place to help bring in income in my life. And these are things that have been successful for me, and I've done them for a while. And I'm hoping that this helps you in some way. So tools to make money really is a fancy way of saying, hey, there's a lot of ways you can make money online. You just have to be creative and start thinking of how you can do it. So I'm going to switch my screen around, and I'm going to show you a few things I got going on. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. All right, so one of the things, and this is the kind of the title of our thing, is tools to make money online. And what I want you to consider is that there are a lot of softwares and information that's available to you at your fingertips on the internet. And that's one of the things I love about the internet, is that there is so much out there that you can use to help grow your life and your business. And you can even resell things that somebody else has created. I am a huge believer in using other people's stuff and selling it rather than creating it myself. Now, some of you may say, well, why? Why would you want to sell other people's stuff? You're only going to get a small percentage of whatever it is versus creating your own. Well, I'll tell you why. It's because it's so much easier and faster to let somebody else create it and let them make the mistakes and then make the improvements than it is for me to hire an entire team, build some kind of fancy website and product or program or app, and go through all of the expense and time to do it myself, when there are so many incredibly creative people out there who've already created great products that are there for our use. And I can simply use their products and then resell them to other people who are in need of those products. So it really speeds up the process. If you're looking to make extra money, stop trying to create everything yourself. Think about how you can leverage the success of others to create wealth for yourself. And that's the other part of it, is when you start realizing that you're not in this alone, that you can literally leverage other people's success to create success for yourself, all of a sudden it opens up a whole new world. At least it did for me. So I want to show you something that I've put together, that this is a big tip for you. And really what it is, it's an affiliate page. Now, if you're not familiar with affiliate, let me just write that out. I hope I spelled it right. An affiliate is when you use other people's products and then you sell them or promote them for a percentage of the sale. So it's when you use and promote other people's products for a percentage of the sale. Okay, so obviously affiliate programs can be really great. Now the key is to find products that you actually would use yourself. One of the things that bothers me is when people promote other people's products, and number one, they've never used that person's product, and number two, it's not a good fit for them or their business. Why would you promote something that doesn't really suit your audience, nor is it something you'll ever use, just to make money? So stop chasing the dollar and start chasing how you can help other people that you want to have into your life, or that is a good fit. So for me, I have an online business. So the types of things that I promote tend to go around online marketing and online business tips, resources, and tools. So I'm going to promote those types of things. So I'm not going to promote things that don't make sense for other entrepreneurs. All right. And you should start looking at it that way too. And I always promote products that I use and that I'm successful with. If I get in the habit of promoting things that I've never used, number one, it looks bad, especially if somebody uses that product and they don't have success with it, then it makes me look bad for even recommending the product. And you should own the product before you promote it. I mean, that's just being truthful and transparent. I mean, why would you promote something you've never used? So I want you to consider that before you jump in on the affiliate game, which can be quite lucrative in the online world. You really need to have some ethics and a code of conduct before you dive in. And it also helps tremendously to have a mentor. In other words, somebody who's already done it and can give you some tips and best advice to do that. So that would be what I do. I mentor and I coach others on how to be successful online, so that they are producing good results and not just running around in circles and causing problems. So now you kind of know what an affiliate program is. So let me show you what I've done that has helped me in my business. So I'm going to switch over now. I'm over to my page, and this is, I'll just back up. One of the web pages that I maintain is called teamtough.com. Hopefully you can see the page here. And this is a web page that I started when I created my online business. And Tough, if you aren't familiar, if you're brand new and you're just getting to know me, Tough stands for something. It stands for tough, unstoppable, fearless, and free. And those are the four things that I believe that anyone who's in business for themselves really strives to become. So you have to have this mental toughness. You have to believe that you are unstoppable, because you're going to head towards your goal. If you let anything stop you, you'll never reach your goal. And you also have to be fearless. One of the biggest things that stops us from being a success is fear, right? And so that's what I teach my students, is how to become fearless. And then finally, the ultimate goal is to have freedom. So to become free. And freedom to me means being able to live where you want, love who you want, spend time with who you want, go where you want, and do it whenever you want to, because you have the financial and time freedom to do so. And that's where a lot of people get hung up, is they have their own business, but they have no time. I grew up in a family of workaholics. Maybe you're similar to me, and you had a mother or father who worked their tail off, and perhaps they made pretty good money, or perhaps they didn't, but they were never around, or when they were working all the time. And not to say that's bad. I mean, for some people, that's just the way they like to live their life. And I don't want to put my family under the bus in any way. I mean, they produced me, and they gave me a lot of really great lessons, and they continue to do so. But I do know that I learned at a very young age that I didn't want to be that type of parent to my own children. I wanted to be there for them, and I wanted to be available for my friends too. And so I have a good balance in my life, at least I feel that I do, compared to how I grew up. I have set working hours, and honestly, I don't work more than 6 hours a day. That's stretching it too. Most of the time, I only work about 4 hours a day on my actual online business. Now, I also own a martial arts studio. Some of you who know me know that I am a huge martial artist. I'm really passionate about it. I've been doing martial arts ever since I was 9 years old, and I'm in my 40s now. And I actually own my own school, and I teach both children and adults the art of Shorin-ryu karate. And it's my passion. It's something I do because I love it. I would do that even if I didn't make any money doing it. And so by structuring my life a certain way, I'm able to have a martial arts studio and have a business and have time with my family and my fiance. I have a fiance. We're getting married in March. And so I wanted to have a very balanced and structured life. And these are some of the things that have allowed me to do that. Okay. So this is my website, and I have several, but this is my main one. And on here, I just give some information about me. If you haven't been here, you might want to check it out. But here is my little secret that I'm going to share with you today, is that I created a section called Tools. And you can do this on your blog site, which I highly recommend that everybody that is in an online business, if you want to grow a business online, you must have a blog. And I'm not going to go deep on that today, but there are a number of reasons why. And I recommend that you blog as often as you can. All right. And then you can put your tools there, or you can put it on your main site, or you can put it on both. And maybe your main site is your blog. In my case, my main site is not my blog. That is a portion of my site, but my main site is here at teamtough.com. All right. So tools, this is it. This is where I put a list of tools that I use on a regular basis for my business, and I share a link to them, but it's not just any link. So I'm going to click on this. So this is my tools and resources section of my site. When you come in here, you'll see a whole list of tools that I use in my business. Now, what's special about this is every one of these tools I currently have accounts with. Okay, I currently own. That's number one. Number two, every one of the tools that are listed here have an affiliate program. An affiliate program means that I can resell these tools and get a percentage of money from selling those tools. So if you use any of these tools, or you click on any of my links, be aware that I do get payment from those companies just from you buying it through me. Okay, so you don't have to buy it from me. You can, of course, go directly to these companies and buy it right from them. Of course, I would appreciate it if you did buy it from me, because that's one of the ways that I earn income. But this is a great thing for you to do on your own website. Okay, so as you purchase different tools, always check to see if they have an affiliate program. And most of them do. I mean, there's a few sites or tools that I use that do not have an affiliate program, and I don't list them here right now. I've thought about adding a spreadsheet here that lists all the tools that I use, even those that don't have an affiliate program, and I may still do that, but I have a very strategic way in which I'll share that, and I'll give you that tip later on my strategy for how I would share that. So let me go back into this. So let me go through some of the tools I use, because these right here can really help you in your business as well. So one tool that I use is called ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is a very high-end software that allows me to create web pages that collect email addresses for me. The benefit of that, if you've had your own business or you have an online business, is the name of the game is how many email addresses can you collect from the world, and specifically targeted email addresses. You want people that actually might become a good customer for you in the future. If you're not collecting email addresses, then you've got your business structured all wrong. I'm just going to be honest with you. You've got it structured wrong. From day one, your goal should be to collect email addresses. And that's what ClickFunnels, it does. It helps you do that. So I want to show you something that I've created. I'm going to type in a web address. Okay, this is just a small sample of a funnel that I created. So a sales funnel, this was done with ClickFunnels, okay? And what this does, and I even had a pop-up. I don't know if you guys saw that. When I come up here, I don't know if it'll do it again. I think it only does once. I shouldn't have done. Let me see if I can refresh. So ClickFunnels allows me to create this really slick web page so that you can enter in, and it doesn't usually have this pre-populated, so you can enter in your name, your email address, and then get access to whatever it is I'm offering. Okay, so this is just one of many funnels that I've created. The thing that I love about ClickFunnels, there's actually several things, but two in particular. Number one, this page right here looks really good on a smartphone as well as on an actual computer screen. Oh, there it came back up. So one of the things I added was if you don't enter your email address on this page and you scroll up into the search bar like you're about to click on something or get off this page, it'll pop up this window that basically, answers one of the questions as to why people wouldn't fill this out. And that is, they're skeptical. They're skeptical that I can really teach them how to work from home. And I get that because I was there too. In fact, I even say that. I get that. That's funny. The point is that, I try to really let people know that A, they can trust me, and B, I really try to over provide value. I provide extreme value. That's one of my biggest goals. And I'm very strategic about that. And here's why I provide a lot of value. I have found that if you continue to provide great information for free to your audience, and obviously you don't want to give away everything you own, but if you continue to provide great tips and tricks and inspiration to your audience via email and via online webinars and things like that, eventually those people are going to become loyal followers because they trust you. You're giving them great information. And they will eventually reach a threshold point in which they say, my goodness, Vishon has given me so much value. I've just got to buy something from her. I mean, she's given me so much. I want to buy something from her. And I know that sounds kind of funny for me to even say that out loud, but that is my strategy. And so far it's worked really well. And it's not that I do it, just to get customers, but it is a big part of it. I mean, obviously I can't give away everything for free forever. Or I won't be in business anymore and I won't be able to have this hangout and everything else. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons that I do this. And so I want you to get into the mindset of providing extreme value for your customers and for your audience. And you'll find that you get, number one, much more loyal followers. Number two, you'll find people that really are interested in what you have. And three, you'll get new customers as a side effect of doing that. Okay, so this is an example. In fact, I'll go ahead and I'll just show you how this funnel works, and this is through ClickFunnels. So if I type in, I've got like 1 million, but I'll just type in my own. I have 1 million email. I have like a lot of email addresses because I use it to test all my funnels. So I'll just type in one of my private ones. Okay, so if you ever get an email from me from toughcertified@gmail.com, that's from my phone. Like I have an email address that I just use on my phone. So I usually answer most of my emails from my phone. So make sure you put that as a safe sender address, because if I reply to you, most of the time it's going to have this address in it. Just something I wanted to throw out there. Okay, so click here for instant access. And then it's going to pull up a video. Maybe you've seen this. I'm going to hit pause. But this basically just shares a little bit about my story. And then after you watch this video, you can click this button. And this is just an example of a sales funnel for those of you that don't know what that means. And then here on this next page, it's going to show you, another video about, an internet millionaire named Chris Jones. And his system is the exact system that I've used to build my own dream lifestyle. And so it talks a little bit about that program. And then if you're like, you know what, this is really great, then you would click here to get instant access to the program. And when you click there, I'll just show you what it does. See, it takes you to the beginner club package in the company that I belong to. And then you can come in here and fill out this form and purchase the beginner club package. So even if you don't purchase this package, what's happened is I've collected your email address. So now I can start sending nice messages and value-based messages to you, and letting you know that I'm here to provide value. So, and of course, people that get my emails can unsubscribe at any time, and I'll never send them another email again when they do that. So it's not like I'm spamming them. They've reached out to me for information, and now I'm reaching out to them to give them more information. So I want you to consider that when you're building your business. If no matter what business you're building, you really need to be in the game of collecting emails. And ClickFunnels is the best way that I found to do that. There are many other softwares out there, but this is the one I prefer. And number one is its ease of use in mobile. And number two is ClickFunnels allows me to share my funnels with my team members. So people that are in Team Tough, all you got to do is say, hey, I really like your funnel that you just showed on today's Hangout. Can I have a copy of it? And I'll say, sure. Open up your ClickFunnels account, and I'm going to send you a link. Click on that, and it'll add my funnel to your ClickFunnels. You can then go in there, modify the video to your own, of course, and change the email that it sends the new ones to your own account so that you get those emails and not me. And that's it. And boom, you have a funnel, and it'll look very similar to mine. You can obviously modify it, but it's a great way for you to share funnels with other people. So I just wanted to share that tool with you. And the other one is Kalatu. Many of you who are on this call today, you probably already have Kalatu. If you don't, then let me tell you what it is. It's basically a professional blogging system. And I love it compared to other blogging systems because, number one, it has an affiliate program. And number two, it has unlimited storage. So I don't know if you know this, but WordPress and other blog platforms, they have a cap on how much storage space you can use before, number one, they start charging you, and number two, before they start throttling down the speed at which your pages load. I don't know if you realize that. They do that to people. And I didn't want to have, if I got a lot of traffic to a blog, I did not want my page to be slowed down. I wanted it to still have the same speed if 1 million people come to a blog post as if only one person came to my blog post. And that's why I switched to Kalatu. It's just a more stable system. And plus it has great search engine optimization, or SEO, which allows search engines to find my blog post much more easily. So that's another tool. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do you create your own websites? How do you create them? Well, what I do is I use a company called 5 Minds Group, and they are a group of people that are professional website designers, graphic designers, and they have a website tool that is super easy to maintain. So they build the website, and then they give me a code, so basically a username and password, where I can go in and edit things on my website at any time. And it's as simple as dragging and dropping or just typing in a line of text. It's so simple. And I linked my blog to it, and it allows me to create some really cool websites. So that's, if you want a website outside of your blog, this is who I use. And you can click on the logo or here, and it'll connect you to that website, and you can fill out a form, and somebody from that company will contact you. Okay, so another tool that I use, and again, if you purchase any of these tools, you can resell them yourself on your own website or blog, and then you can make money off of that. So it's a really easy way for you to start bringing in income for you and your business. Okay, so GetResponse, this is an email marketing tool, and what this does is when I collect emails from ClickFunnels, which was this one up here, when I collect them, then what I can do is I can automatically have those emails go into a GetResponse account. So it basically is like a folder that contains all my emails. They call it a campaign. And then I can send out an email and it'll look like it's just coming from me. It doesn't show anybody else's emails, and it'll automatically send out emails on my behalf. And I pre-type all those emails up. Some of them I send manually, but most of them I pre-type and they're ready to go, and they're kind of generic enough so that it doesn't matter when they get them. And so new people who sign up on my list start receiving regular correspondence from me and regular newsletters, which is incredible. And plus I can track which emails they open, which ones they don't, what they click on in my emails, so I can see what's working and what's not working. Okay, so this is what I use, GetResponse. And again, you can click on here if that's something that you need for your own business. Okay, one of the things you've got to have is a way to manage your income when you're having an online business. The way that I do that is through FreshBooks. It's a cloud accounting system, and it's just a fancy way of saying that you have an area where you can send out invoices and you can track expenses and things like that. You can also sync up different accounts with that, so it'll keep track of where you're spending your money. So I really like FreshBooks. It's super simple to use, and it allows me to send out invoices and people to pay me automatically with credit card. I can also set up reoccurring payments. So let's say that somebody bought something from me that has a monthly fee. I can set it up so that the invoices automatically charge their credit card every month. Obviously, they have to give me permission to do that, but it keeps things hands off. And then I also personally have my own accountant, a live person who's an accountant who manages things, and they love FreshBooks because it keeps track of everything. And then when they do my accounting, especially tax time, everything is in there, and they can easily see what's been going on. So just I really believe in that, and that's why I wanted to share that with you. Most of you have heard of Dropbox, but if not, this is a tool for, it's like a cloud based web serving or file storage solution. I guess I could just read this, huh? But this is something that it's a great way to host all your photos and things like that, so that you can get to it from your computer, from your phone, from your laptop, from your tablet device, and whatever. And when other people click on your Dropbox link, like as an affiliate, it doesn't pay you, but it gives you free storage. And I don't know about you, but I run out of storage all the time because I do have a lot of photos and a lot of videos, which eats up storage space. So it's nice when people actually open up a Dropbox account through me, because Dropbox gives me free storage when they do that. And then, so make sure you put that tool on your own tool list. Now, Leadpages is another one that's very similar to ClickFunnels. It's here, I'll show you an example of a Leadpages funnel. Let's see, I think it's toughmama.com. Yeah, so this page is through Leadpages, and it's kind of nice. I like how this is small and it doesn't cover the whole picture. The only bad thing is with Leadpages, at least currently, I have not figured out a way to make their pages look nice on a mobile phone. So for my mobile customers, I tend to use ClickFunnels, and there's not an easy way to share your funnels with others in Leadpages. However, the plus side of Leadpages is that it's super easy to use. I think it's easier to use than ClickFunnels, but it doesn't have as many bells and whistles as ClickFunnels. So I think it's a good starter system if you're looking to create professional pages. Here's the nice thing is when you click get instant access, it opens up a pop-up window so you can enter in your email address there. Okay, so that's just another one. And then finally, on my toolbox, I have this business in a box system. So I get a lot of questions from people because they ask me, they say, okay, Vashon, this is great. Give me all these tools, but I don't even know how to put it all together. I don't know how to build an online business. I'd like to. I just don't even know where to start. So what I recommend to folks is that if you really are serious about creating your own online business empire and you aren't extremely technical, you can do it with this business in a box system. And what it is, it contains training, tools, affiliate memberships, everything you need in order to build a potential 7-figure online business. Now, I say potential because I don't know if you're going to go through all of the training here and that you're going to actually follow what's there. But we have many people within our organization who actually have earned or are earning 7 figures, 6 and 7 figures with their online businesses. And they are doing it with this business in a box system. So, if you're serious, it is not cheap. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's an actual business. So you're going to spend a little over $5,000 in order to have all of this. But once you do, you can resell that for a 70% commission. So to me, that's a no-brainer. If I can sell a couple of those, that's great. And so I wanted to share that with you for those of you that are really serious about making 2016 your best year ever. Then I recommend you do get the full Black Card Club package, which is what I call the business in a box. And I have it, I use it, I've had it for over 2 years now, and it is hands down what's taught me, I would say 90% of everything that I've been teaching you on these Down and Dirty Hangouts, I personally have learned through this business in a box system. So there's my secret. I just let it out of the box, right? Now you know my secrets. So my biggest tip, if you want to start making additional income, is to, number one, get the tools, purchase tools. You are going to have to spend some money to have some of these tools. But once you have them, you can resell them. And you can use these tools to promote things that you're doing yourself. So I want to share you now, this is kind of the big bonus tip on how you can start making money with these tools, is something I call learn, do, teach. So I'm just going to put that down right here. Learn, do, teach. Okay, so when you learn something new, okay, then you're going to put it into action. So you're actually going to do it, put it into action, and start having success, even if it's minor success. Then once you're having success, now you're ready to teach it to others. Okay, this is all it really takes to make money. And I know you're probably saying, wow, this sounds too simple and I don't get it, Bashan. Explain this a little more. So that's what I'm going to do. I like to cut to the chase, and I like to explain exactly how you can start making money right now and setting everything up. So if I were to start over today and I didn't have any of these tools yet, I would buy 3 tools to begin with. Okay, the first tool that I would buy would be Kalatu. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I would buy Kalatu because this is a blogging platform, because you have to have a hub where you share information on a regular basis. You want people to get used to coming to your blog, and that's going to be where you share everything. You don't even have to have a website. If you just have a blog, you're going to have the ability to have a lot of success. So the first thing I would buy is Kalatu, start blogging. The second thing I would buy immediately, if possible, is right here, GetResponse. And you can get a month free if you click on the GetResponse link. And I don't even remember how much I pay per month, but I want to say it's like $25 or $40. You have to look online. But after the first 30 days, there is a cost to it. And but once you buy it, this particular software allows you to collect those email addresses and to be able to email people that are interested in you and your products, which you really have to have. So that's the second thing I would buy. And the third thing I would buy would be ClickFunnels, because I want to have the ability to attract people to my business, and I want to be able to collect their emails. Okay, and I want to be able to create my own courses or products. I think personally that's important to me. If I learn something new, I want to be able to create a video or a training or something so that I can teach others. Okay, so those are the 3 things that I would buy, and I'm just going to put it on here. So Kalatu, get response, that's what GR stands for, and ClickFunnels, that's what CF stands for. So this is what I would do if I was starting from scratch. Now, obviously, you know, I would recommend that if you really are serious and you've got the income, go ahead and get the business in a box, because you're going to have so much more, and you're going to have high ticket products which are going to help you make a lot of income more quickly. Okay, so think about it. If you have something that's valued at $25, you have to sell a lot of that, right, in order to make a ton of money. But if you have something that's valued at $5,000, you don't have to sell too many of those in order to make a very nice income per month. Does that make sense? I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, but I think so often we get stuck in this box where we think, oh, I can't afford that. And then what happens is it takes forever to get where you want to get financially, and then you get frustrated. I mean, admit it, you get frustrated when you don't get financially what you want. So why not have the tools up front? Sure, you're going to, you know, shell out some money in the beginning, but in the end, it's going to be much more valuable to have that than not, and you're not going to be spinning your wheels as long. Okay, so just to recap, if you are limited on budget right now, these are the 3 things I would buy. Once you have those, the next thing I would do is, even going through these down and dirties, you are learning something that you can share with others. Did you know that? Every time that you learn something from me or from another person, or reading a book, or maybe you've been trained, you've gone to school, you've taken classes and you've learned something unique, you can teach others with few limitations. I mean, some things will require you to have a license to teach it, but most things don't, especially if it's information. So here is your big tip. I'm going to share with you 2 things that I've done recently that have brought in a ton of leads and a ton of new customers, and it all goes back to the whole philosophy of learn, do, teach. So here's the first one. Okay, this is a sales funnel that I created for video. Okay, I've gotten pretty good at shooting videos and editing them myself. And so I created a very simple training program on how to create amazing videos without professional equipment or software. And I give this training program away for free. And it's really, the training program is just the tip of the iceberg. It tells them, if you've been through it, then you know, it tells you some basic tips to start creating videos. But then the key is once you start creating good videos, how do you sell those, or how do you make money from them? And that's where you sell your product. So in the case of me, I sell my business in a box system at the end of this training. And that way people that really enjoy video can come back in, and they can, from there, they can start selling the product, the business in a box product, just like I do. Okay? Hopefully this is making sense for you. Now, if you have a skill that you're really good at, think about one thing in your skill set that a lot of people wish they knew how to do. I mean, it could be anything. I mean, if you're good at home decor, for example, you could teach people how to make your ceilings look higher in a room. You know, just give them one tip and make it a little free training class on, you know, maybe 2 or 3 tips actually on how to make your room look bigger. And then say, if you're interested in going through a complete course from me on how to look at everyday objects in your home and make it a better home and make it look larger, then click here and you can purchase a training class from me, or you can have me come out to your home and consult you on how to do that, or completely do it for you. So this is just one example. You can start growing a customer base very quickly by giving things away. And you can start making money from that, because the internet is huge. As you know, there are, you know, billions of people now that are on the internet on a regular basis. So all you got to do is market this page. Like, this is just one example of a page that I market using Facebook. I market this on Instagram, and I market this on YouTube. So by placing ads out there, even free ads, I can drive traffic for people to fill this out. Okay, so I'm hoping that you guys are clicking on this and you're realizing that anything you learn, you can turn into a capture page. You can share as a training video, and I'm going to show you what the next page actually looks like. So I always type in where I put my name. That way I can go back and unsubscribe. Oops. Because I don't want to be subscribed to every single one of my deals. All right, so then I go here and then click here to watch the training video. And if you're interested in any of these, let me know. Shoot me a message, and I'll be happy to send you a direct link to get to this. Hopefully I haven't lost my internet. It's kind of slow right now. Thinking about it. All right, well, I may go on to the next one because my internet's slow when I'm on a Hangout. But on the next page, just to give you an example, it'll take you to a page that actually has a video in which I teach exactly how to do what I list here. Okay, so they get exactly what I said I was going to give them. You want to be very clear. At the bottom of that video, I have a link for them to purchase my Business in a Box system. Okay, so let me show you another example. And this one I just created a few days ago, and I'm just about to promote. I haven't even started promoting it yet. Are you ready? Okay, this is another page that I created in ClickFunnels, and this has to do with Instagram. For those of you that have been following me, one of my Instagram accounts, and I have multiple ones, one of them is called Tough Mama, and I just want to make sure I haven't lost you guys. I'm just answering some chats. Okay. All right. I just answered everybody. So hopefully you guys still see me for those of you watching the live Hangout. So I wanted to finish up, wrap everything up now in a nice little bow for you. So if you're looking to make more money in 2016, you already have a lot of the knowledge that you need to do so right now. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you some tips that I'd like you to write these down, because this could literally help you with your business or creating a brand new business immediately. So get out a piece of paper, and when you're in the proper mindset, and that means a positive, happy, ready to take on the world type mindset, then what I want you to do is go down and write on that piece of paper. You make a list of 1 to 50. And I want you to really stretch yourself and think of 50 things that you know, that you've learned, that you could teach somebody else how to do. Okay, so 50 things. And just go to town. Write down as many of them as fast and as quickly as you can. And then when you're all done writing down those 50 things that you already know how to do, and it could be anything, okay, anything that you feel you're qualified in, that you know well enough that you could teach somebody how to do it. And keep in mind, this could be somebody that's younger than you, somebody that's older than you. You know, think about where you were before you knew how to do what you do, and think who could benefit from knowing what you know. And once you've made that list, then go through and circle 3 things that without a doubt you know that you could A, teach, and 2, that you believe you have a large enough audience that would be interested in learning how to do that. Okay? Once you've got that down, then one of the easiest ways that you can get that information out is usually via a recorded video, because you can usually speak and teach somebody something quicker than you could write it down. Now, if that's not you, if you're better at writing, or maybe you're better at speaking but you don't like the idea of video, then you could record it, record it on a digital recorder like your phone or something like that. Or you could write it down. If you really enjoy writing, write down the instructions on how to do what it is that you do really well. And then create a funnel. Easiest way to create a funnel is using ClickFunnels or Lead Pages. and start creating that. And there's a tutorial in there on both of those, in ClickFunnels as well as in Leadpages, if you choose either of those softwares, in which you can follow it step by step. They even have templates, and you can build your own little sales bundle. And you can start selling your own product almost immediately. And then post it on Facebook, post a YouTube video if you like to do that, that's introducing your product, and give them a direct link to your lead page or your ClickFunnels, okay? Or send out emails if you already have an email list. And I say, or you really should try to hit all of them if you can. Send out emails to people and invite them to purchase your product. It is highly possible that you could make a great deal of sales just from that one little adventure in creating your first product. Now, if you're stuck, you know, some of you are like, great, I know what to do. I can do this right now. I've got it. Great. You're one of the people I love, because you can just go out there and implement right now. Go for it. You may also be the opposite of that, though, okay, in which you have no idea how to even begin building a funnel or to record yourself or do any of that stuff. If that's you, then I encourage you to reach out to me or reach out to the person that invited you to this hangout and say, hey, I need some help. I really like what I learned today. I've got some ideas. Let's bounce these around and let's get this off the ground so that my 2016 can be the best ever. So go ahead, do that, reach out. For me, I give free 20-minute consultations if it's your first consultation with me, and I literally will walk you through step by step how to do some of these things. Or you can hire me or my staff to do it for you. So you have all the tools that you need at your fingertips to be a success. The key is for you to decide what it is you want to do and make a commitment to do it this year. Stop waiting. Time is short. Now's the time to make things happen. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I'm going to go in now, check the chat room. If you have questions, you need help, whatever it is, go ahead and put that in there now, and I will answer those right away. So make it a great day, and Happy New Year. We'll be meeting you again for next Monday for our Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central. Take care.